This episode of Vincents Lane is brought to you by Anchor, the easiest way to make a podcast for free. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for free, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Music, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Now enjoy the episode. 3, 2, 1. What is going on, guys? It is Vincent here, and welcome to episode 5 of the Vincents Lane Podcast. I'm, of course, your host, Vincent. With me today is my co-host, Tristan.
Hey, everybody.
And a New Year producer, Yeezo.
What's good?
So let's get into it. So growing up, were you always into music, or how did you get into music?
Growing up, I got into music when I was about 12 or so, because that was when I started looking into different genres of music, and I found EDM music and house stuff, and I was really interested because that wasn't any singing or anything. That was just digital audio, and I was I want to make shit like this. So that's how I got into music. I started just fucking around on a browser DAW when I was 12. I started using Soundation, I think was what it was called when I started. And then I listened to Tristan, Pegboard Nerds, Breakin'. Those were my favorite EDM producers. And I always watched the Monster Cat channel on YouTube, if you know what that is. And that was just a place where EDM music gets uploaded. So that's what I started with. And then as I grew older and I transitioned to listening to rap and rock more, then that's when I kind of switched up my style. So I didn't start taking music seriously until I was about 13 or 14 in 7th grade, I think. That's when I started being I want music to be my career, and it wasn't just something I just did for fun anymore. So then that's when I started really taking off doing music. Yeah. And then so I've been doing it seriously for maybe 3 years, almost 4, and then just as a hobby for 5 maybe.
Yeah, so that's pretty interesting that you started out with music that didn't have any lyrics in it. That kind of reflects on what you're doing right now, just producing and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. So what kind of music growing up? I know you just said you listened to a lot of EDM, but growing up, what kind of music did you always listen to?
At first, when I started listening to music, my dad and my sister, they're into rock. So I started out maybe 7, 6 listening to Green Day, Linkin Park, Fall Out Boy. So the mid 2000s emo sound was kind of what I listened to. And then I was 10, 11, 12. I got more into EDM. I watched hella Monster Cat videos, Tristan, Pegboard Nerds. And then the first rapper I really got into was J. Cole. And then I went down that lane of more lyrical rap, Kendrick Lamar, Isaiah Rashad, people like that. And then I transitioned to more emo rappers Lil Peep, Convulk, Lil Tracy. And then I got back into the early 2000s emo sound with Blink-182, Fall Out Boy. And now today I listen to my favorite bands are probably The Wonder Years, Citizen, Real Friends, Blink-182 still. So that's nice. The stuff I listen to now, and you can definitely hear the rock influence reflected in my music and shit.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, so growing up I've listened to a shit ton of genres.
Do you like Car Seat Headrest by any chance?
Car Seat Headrest? Nah, I never heard of that.
Really? They're a really good rock band. You should check them out.
Yeah,
they're kind of
check them out.
They're kind of I wouldn't say emo, but they make a certain kind of rock music. It's lo-fi kind of.
Oh yeah, that sounds dope.
So yeah. Oh wait, Tristan, you're good. You can go.
Any other artists in particular? You talked about EDM. Remember when dubstep was the thing? Did you listen to a lot of that when it was the most popular music genre?
I never really was into dubstep that much. I was more a fucking. Let me look at the fucking Monster Cat channel and see if I can remember, because I don't remember all the fucking subgenres off the top of my head. Monster Cat. Because I remember this was the only channel Monster Cat was the only shit that I listened to.
That's the only EDM you ever listened to is just Monster Cat?
Yeah, pretty fucking much. All the artists on Monster Cat, I never branched off and looked into more of that. Because I was never into the Skrillex dubstep shit.
Yeah.
That was never the lane that I was in.
You can try. Do you like ambient kind of music? Are you into that stuff? Because
Ambient.
you like EDM.
Yeah, I listen to a bit of ambient music. I don't like know any like notable artists or anything. Like that's
I was
just like,
gonna put you on real quick.
oh, bet.
His name is Illuvium. He's super good. His,
Illuvium. Yeah, I'll check him
yeah,
out.
his best album is Nightmare Ending. You should check it out.
The only like
Anyways,
instrumental like ambient stuff like off the top of my head is like Bonjour, if you know him.
yeah. Vince, you want to go ahead and ask the next
Oh yeah,
question?
okay. So, do you remember the first time you played an instrument?
The first time I played an instrument, I actually played trumpet for the fucking middle school band back in 5th grade.
Oh yeah.
Because like like everyone has like band at their school, and like we were introduced to it. And because I never like, I actually in 4th grade there was like orchestra, and I was like never into like string instruments until like
Really?
recently. So and then middle school hit, and then I played trumpet. I also tried French horn, but I didn't like French horn, so I never like went with that. So I played trumpet for like 4 years, I think, and it was not fun at all. I actually like hated it in school. So then then high school hit, and then I stopped playing trumpet, and then eventually like because I always would use like guitar samples for like making beats. So I like go on Looperman, I'd look for YouTube for like samples. So then one day I was just like, I'm just gonna get my own guitar and start making my own melodies.
Dope.
That's cool. Do you remember like the first? Because you said you pick up a guitar. What was like the first song you played?
First song I learned was "Start Shopping" by Lil Peep.
Really?
Yeah,
That's pretty recent though.
it is pretty recent.
So, like, are you self-taught for guitar? Or did you like take classes? Did you have a mentor, a tutor, or did you just like look up tutorials online and just like pick it up from there?
I'm actually like pretty much all self-taught because all the YouTube tutorials I saw were like really bad. They didn't like explain anything.
Oh,
So then all I did was like learn the basic chords, learn songs, and then I would just like fuck around, make my own melodies. Can I swear for this, or do you want me to like not do that?
I'm swearing is fine. I don't really care, but like if you could maybe tone it down some, I'm
Because I know on YouTube like they're the whole like family friendly thing. So
yeah, that's cool. Just I mean, you can swear. We just try to keep it to like a minimum, I guess.
yeah, I got you.
No problem. Okay. All right, you're good, Tristan.
All right. So when you first started producing music, who was like? Did you just produce music just by yourself, just for you, or did you like put it out there for people to hear it, or was
At
it just like a
first,
little hobby?
at first when I started, it was just like a hobby. Like I would just mess around and make songs for like myself, and then I never really started uploading them to like after a year, like making stuff. And like after a year, that wasn't like me like learning anything. That was still me just like fucking around, like doing it as a hobby. So I didn't like progress anymore. So it was still like really
Right.
bad. And so I started uploading on YouTube in like August of 2017. I think that was when I posted my first beat, and that's when I started like putting my stuff out, trying to take it more seriously, trying to make more money off it.
So, whenever you first started producing your beats, I know at the beginning of this interview you said that like the EDM rock kind of thing influenced you, but has your producing style changed since you first started?
Yeah, back I don't even when I started like doing it as a hobby, I didn't even like really have a style. I would just like take random sounds, like put them in random patterns.
Yeah,
And so
you see
like
if that sounded good.
yeah, the first like on YouTube, you know how like type beats are like really big for like
Yeah.
producers. I started off doing like Playboy Cardi, Louis Vert, like artists like that. And then like Juice World got big, and then I started like doing a lot of like Juice World, Lil Peep type beats. And then I did that for a while. Then like in 2019, late 2019, I like took like a 2 month break off of YouTube to like really like focus on like getting my sound better and more like unique. And then I started like doing the whole like Ian Dior for Stacy Rock kind of stuff.
While you were like growing as a producer, did anyone reach out to you and ask to like purchase your beats or like to use them?
Um, yeah, like a bunch of like random, like what do you mean, like notable, like artists?
Just whoever.
Or
Like
like some of the first
yeah.
like
Oh, the
people that have reached
first.
out to you. Yeah, like like who was the first person that you remember like reaching out to you asking like, "Hey, your beats are pretty dope. Let me get that. Let me like buy
The
that."
first the first like actual artist to reach out to me was this guy called David Morris. He makes like a fusion of like country and rap music because I used to because you know Lil Tracy's song like a farmer.
I
I've
think.
heard of it.
Yeah, because he like made a country song. Not really country. It was just like a country guitar with trap drums on it. So I started making a lot of beats like that because I thought it was dope what he was doing. So then I posted like a bunch of like Lil Tracy country beats on YouTube, and then David Morris hit me up and he was like, "Yo, I found your country beats on YouTube, and I fuck with it, and you got the sound going to like country and trap." So then I started working with him. So we got a couple songs. That was like the first like actual artist to hit me up.
Nice. So I know recently that a pretty big artist, I'm pretty sure you know who I'm talking about,
Yeah.
actually has a song with you. Can you take me through the whole entire like experience of like the whole entire run through of what happened, like the whole process of what actually happened?
Yeah, so like how I got like a song with Trippie Redd. So his friend Detains, actually like a couple months ago, he hit me up and he was like, "Yo, I heard your rock beats on YouTube and I like them. Could you send me a pack?" So then I was like, "Yeah," and then I sent him a pack of rock beats. And honestly, I didn't know he knew Trippie Redd at first until like the day that snippet came out, because I was sending him rock beats for like 2 months. I never heard a song back from him, and then one day I wake up and I get sent the snippet. I wake up to a bunch of DMs like, "Yo, Trippie Redd hopped on your beat, man. Trippie Redd hopped on your beat." And then like I didn't know how he got it. I honestly thought he got it off YouTube at first because that beat was on YouTube for a bit, but now it's taken down because like Trippie Redd's on it. And
Oh,
so then the Tains called me later in the day, and he was like, "Yo, can you send another pack through?" And I was like, "Yeah." So then it was like on the Instagram video chat. So Trippie Redd was with him, so I actually got to like talk to Trippie Redd for a minute
wow.
when the snippet dropped, the day of the snippet dropped, and so that's how I found out how he got the beat, and now
That's be
it's
such a cool
dropping.
feeling.
Yeah, I was like freaking out that whole day. I could not stand still. I was walking back and forth in my room for hours.
Like he's one of
Wow.
the biggest. He's one of the biggest emo rappers right now, and like that must be such an honor.
Yeah, it was crazy because he's like, because it's like a new style for him too. He's never done like anything like really like rock, because it was more like a rock kind of like rock pop kind of beat, not like even
Yeah.
like really trap. So it's like a whole new style for him. So I never even thought like Trippie Redd would even like hop on something like that.
So is it like did you have to like sign any like legal things for him to use your beat, or did you just like was it just like, hey, I'm gonna use your beat or something like that?
No, there's
Like, did
some.
you have to like pay for it or anything or no?
I didn't get the paperwork yet, but I got in contact for them with their management, and
Hmm.
there's gonna be paperwork to sign. I'm supposed to get it like today or tomorrow is when they told me they get the paperwork to me. So when I get that, I'll have a lawyer review it to make sure I'm not just like getting screwed over.
That's pretty
So
cool.
so before that snippet of Trippie Red came out with like your beat in it, like how much did you grow throughout like that one day? Like did you gain like a lot of followers? Did you gain a lot of traction? Were there a bunch of people like DMing you?
Yeah, I got like maybe like more than 50 DMs from like a bunch of people congratulating me, like telling me the snippet's
Wow.
fire. And then I gained like 100 followers the day of the snippet, and then like since then I gained like 200 more
Wow.
altogether. So yeah, and then I got like a bunch of impressions on my Instagram page. It was crazy.
So now that you have a song with Chippy Red, do you expect to get to any like bigger artists? Now that you've produced for Chippy Red, do you think you can go like even bigger than that now?
Yeah, I hope that when that song drops, more like big artists and big producers will like notice me, because I've already like the two biggest producers who hit me up since then was Tom French, one of Lil Baby, not Lil Baby, Dub Baby's producers. I always mess those two up, and Refco from Internet Money.
Wow,
Yeah, so I hope
it's a pretty big deal.
yeah, I hope more artists will notice me from that. And Trippie's signed to, I think, 10K Records. I think that's the label he's signed to, and I know Ian Dior is on that label as well. So I
Dang,
hope like the label will keep working with me. Trippie Redd will keep working with me, and it'll open up more opportunities.
dope.
That's freaking cool. Um, so what other art like? Do you want a specific artist to work for in the future? Like,
Yeah,
who's an
who's like your
aspiring
dream
artist?
artist?
My dream artist is probably like Lil Tracy or Convulk. Those are
Yeah,
like the two artists that like I've tried to get beats to. in the past and like really want a song with. And also Poor Stacy, having a song with him would be dope. Because those are like, because Convoke is probably like my favorite like rapper. So I've been listening to him for years. So a song with him would be crazy.
Do you think there's a way to like get in touch with him?
Yeah, I think I could just like, because I'm pretty sure I have his like the email because I've like reached out to Convoke in the past and tried to get songs
Yeah.
in him. But like that was back when my beats weren't that great. So he never used any of them. So I'm pretty sure I could like keep sending beats his email. And now that like I'm more like a notable figure on social media with like over 1,000 followers and I got the Trippie Redd credit now. If you like, I could probably like just DM him. Maybe if he sees it, he'll want to work with me.
A verified account coming soon.
Hell yeah.
So I know that you're. Oh wait, you're good. No, you got it.
It was a dumb question.
Just a hit.
Do you think that it'll be on his next upcoming album? Because I know he's coming out with an album. Or is it
That's a
just
good
like a
question.
random snippet?
I think because the song's gonna for sure drop as a single the 18th.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, that's when it's planned to be dropping. So it might just be a single or it might just be like a single that leads up to his album. Because I know he's working on the album Pegasus right now.
Yeah,
So
because
I
it'd
hope,
be. Sorry.
yeah, I hope
yeah.
it'll make the album.
It'd be way better for you if it was like a single, because singles usually get more exposure. So like if he drops it as a singular song, that'd be huge for you.
Yeah, he is gonna drop it as a single first, which is gonna be crazy.
That's awesome. So I know that you live in New York, correct?
Yeah, I do.
All right. So how has the music scene in New York kind of influenced you as an artist?
There's really like no music scene in New York for me because like I'm not like down in the city. I'm like upstate in
Oh,
Syracuse.
okay.
Oh
So
yeah,
like there's no like really notable like artists
artists.
or producers. Like G Hughes lives in Syracuse too, if you know who that is. He's hella cool, he's fire. And I think Tusi's actually from upstate New York as well.
Hmm.
So they're like those are like the only two like notable figures that I know of. So it's
Yeah,
not like really
I just looked up Syracuse musical artists, and like I don't recognize any of these people.
yeah, there's like no one like big or notable that came out of Syracuse because like the New York sound is really just like what goes down in New York City, and it's just like lumped
Yeah.
as the whole state.
So how do you feel about like popular like New York rappers such as 6ix9ine and who else? Like Bobby Shmurda.
I don't really listen to that type of shit. 6ix9ine is just
okay.
like all over social media and shit.
Yeah.
So like I don't really think 6ix9ine really makes good music, but he is pretty
Yeah.
big right now.
Were you a big fan of Pop Smoke?
Pop Smoke, nah, I didn't even like hear Pop Smoke until he passed, sadly.
Uh,
What about Jay-Z?
Jay-Z, I used to listen to a bit of Jay-Z, like his album with Kanye back from like 2011.
Yes.
That was a good album.
okay, so I'm gonna take it back to the whole producing thing. So what made you want to start like pursuing music? Like, did you have like a certain epiphany that was like, I'm gonna like this is gonna be like what I'm gonna do. This is what I want to do. This is what I'm gonna keep doing until like, I guess I get big.
Yeah, because music is like something like I really enjoy. Like I could like sit down all day and like make music for like all day, and like having that like be a career would be awesome. Because like I don't really like see the point of like going like through high school, going through college, getting in like hella student debt, have like own all this money like to buy house loans and like get a job like you don't enjoy, like work 9 to 5, 5 days a week, like unhappy every day, just waiting for the weekend. Like I couldn't like live that life. So like that's like
Yeah,
my
I feel you.
motivation is to like be happy in life and like be content with where I'm at in life.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Did you know like was there anything you wanted to be before starting music?
No, there wasn't really anything. I used to like play basketball. So at first my goal like in middle school, like early middle school, is I wanted to go play basketball at SU.
Right.
Yeah, but then like late middle school, I got more into music, and then early high school, I just kind of like stopped playing and like focused fully on music.
What
Nice.
position did you play?
I was I'm 6 foot, so I was like taller than everyone at my school. So I always played like forward or center.
That's cool because we just interviewed Waze. He's another artist, and he also played basketball in high school, and he's a center also.
Oh, for real? That's dope.
Yeah, so that's pretty funny. So does anyone from so like when did or like I don't know if you already went over this, but what age did you start like producing actual beats? I think you said 14, right?
Yeah, I think it was either 13 or 14 is when I started like making beats.
Oh, okay. So did anyone like from your school or your like any of your friends know that you're like making music?
Yeah, most people at my school know that I'm making music because like people would see me and they'd be like Yeezo beats in like the halls and shit. So like the majority of, not like the whole school, but I'd say like the majority of my class, they like know that I make music. And now that like I got the Trippie Redd song, like a bunch of people from my school like texted me, hit me up, being like, "Yo, that's
Yeah,
crazy."
all the clout.
Yeah. So most people in my class like know about my music. I don't think any of them like really listen to it though. They just know that it's a thing I do. But I know
Mm,
that my friends support me, all my close friends.
that's cool.
I feel like that'd be such a cool feeling. You walk into school like the day or like when that song's released, whenever school comes back, and then everyone's just like listening to the song, and you know you made that.
Yeah, that'd be
I feel like that'd be
crazy.
such a cool feeling.
Oh, okay. So I know we're right now we're in the middle of a pandemic. So how has the whole COVID thing kind of affected your music making process? Has it helped you? Has it hindered you? Has it like influenced you?
Honestly, it's like helped me because like school days are like they're like 7 hours long, and
Yeah.
like I'm like a nighttime person, so like I stay up through the
Me
majority of the
too.
night, and then school like for school I had to wake up at like 6:30 to catch the bus, and like I'd get like 2 hours of sleep, 3 hours of sleep like every night, so I'd always be like drained, exhausted, and like all the teachers they're like so like they like expect the most out of you like every day, so it's
Yeah.
like school is like hella draining for me. So then when COVID hit, it was like late March, I
Hallelujah.
think. So then like I got to like stay home all day every day. I could like sleep for 10 hours, get as much sleep as I needed for the next day, and then like I can make music all day and just like bullshit my way through school.
Nice.
So during the pandemic, is there anything that's like motivating you to make music, or like what's the creative process behind your creating beats?
Making beats, it's just like I just make what I'm like what I like making. Like if I like make a guitar loop and I like really like it, I'll just like keep going with it, like add drums, add 808s and all that. Like I hear a loop, I'll just keep going with it. So like my process is just like if I like it, I'm gonna keep making it, and then if I don't like it, I'm not gonna like finish a beat that I don't like think is like that good. So it's like I don't make a lot of beats because I like to spend time. Like there's people who will make like a beat in like 10 minutes, make like 40 beats a day, but like I'm not that type
Yeah.
of. And I like to like spend time like perfecting everything. So sometimes I'll just like make one beat a day, but like I'm fine with that if it's like a really good beat.
Yeah, like
So,
quantity over quality or
Yeah,
quality over quantity,
yeah.
I should say.
The other way, I'm a quality over quantity kind of guy.
Yeah.
so you just basically like throw darts at a board and like see what sticks.
Yeah, pretty much. Because I don't like go into it with like I'm gonna make something like this. I kind of just like go with the flow until I get something going.
Um,
So I saw it on your Instagram. You like I said, you're really big into guitar and bass. Like, and I know that you use your own, which I think is really dope that you use your own like guitar and bass samples in your own beats. Can you like tell me I know Tristan just asked the creative process. Like, can you tell me the actual process of creating a beat?
Creating a beat when I start with a guitar melody, first I have to like I'll turn on my guitar amp and then I'll like put my mic up to it and then I'll record the guitar parts in first because that's usually where my ideas come is like from the melody and then I like focus everything around that. So I get the guitar in first and then I like mix it, put all the effects on it that I need, and then I'll go on to the drums and just lay a drum pattern out, whatever I'm feeling, and then I'll do like the bass last, pretty much.
Cool.
has anyone ever like um asked you to design a beat around them besides like you making the beat first and then they use your beat? Have you ever like cooperated with someone to make a certain song before?
Yeah. Me and Desk Kid, like I post one of the songs, his most recent song I produced with Aiden Han. I have that posted on my Instagram. I think it's my most recent post. What we do is we hop in a Discord together, and I'll like share my screen, and he'll like tell me like his vision of what he wants the beat to be, and then I'll like make it for him. Then we'll both like give input onto what it is until we get something.
That's cool.
So, have you made any like? I know that you're in a collective called Household Records. Can you take me through how you joined and how like you met each member and like how it's kind of changed your like whole life?
Yeah, at the first like few members that I collabed with in Household, I'm pretty sure the first one was Hayes, and then probably like Ross and Lucid, and then like one day just out of nowhere, Mistake, who's one of the artists in Household, he hit me up and he was like, Ty wants you in Household, which Ty Cook is like the founder of Household. He's like the main guy in it. He like created the whole thing. And so Ty wanted me in. So then I was like, yeah, I'm down to join. And this was back when it was just like a group chat of like artists and producers, and it wasn't like a full like page and all that. It wasn't like official yet. So then I joined like about maybe a month or two before we like made it an official thing. So then like having like a team of like artists and producers with a similar sound and like similar mindset to you, it's like really refreshing and motivating.
Yeah.
Because like I remember we were like at the beginning of the year, like none of us were really like that big, and like back when like Hayes got a song with Kilval, that's when I was like hella motivated by that. I was so proud of him for getting that, and now I got like shit with Trippie, so like being in there, it's like you keep want to like keep doing better, keep wanting
Yeah.
to better yourself and push everyone else to be the best they can be too.
That's awesome.
Me and Vincent and I, we have a really good friend in Household. His name is Mossy Xen. You've probably heard of him, right?
Yeah, Mossy, yeah.
Yeah, he's the reason that we're collaborating right now.
Oh, for
Um,
real?
yeah, he gave us your information and everything, and he told us that about the Trippie Redd thing.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, do you have like a good relationship with him? Or like, do y'all
Yeah,
talk a lot?
me and Mossy, yeah, we talk like whenever we're in the group chat, like we just talk randomly in the group chat sometimes, and also we've been in Discord calls together. Like we had this one chat this one time. It was like we just talked about like life and where we were at and like where we wanted to be. It was really nice having that conversation.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a
So, do
very
you have
deep
any like?
person.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
No, I was just saying
Um.
he's a deep person.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's a really chill guy. So, have you had any like interesting, funny, embarrassing stories while working with an artist or like producing any songs with anybody?
oh, this one guy. The first like sale of beats I had was this was one guy, and he was so annoying. He would take like a bunch of like random songs, and he'd like tell me like certain aspects of them that he would want me to mix together in a beat. And then whenever I would make the beat for him, I'd send it to him, and then he'd like scrap the whole thing and want like something different.
Oh my gosh.
So like I kept working with this guy for like months because he's like one of those people who's like an entrepreneur, and then like he has money, and then he wants to like get into music, but he's like not that good of an artist. So like he would keep like doing these demands. He'd like have me mix random parts of random songs that wouldn't go together. I'd be like, bro, if you just mix random aspects of songs, it's not gonna work. And he'd be like, nah, bro, just do it. It'll work. Trust me. I have a vision.
Have a
Like,
vision.
yeah. And but he wasn't that great of an artist. And then I was like, bro, I don't want to work with you anymore. It's like it doesn't work out. Then he was like, all right. And then like months later, I don't even think it was months. I think like a whole year went by. He hit me up again and he was like, "Yo, can you make me this beat?" And I was like, "No, bro. I don't do customs. I don't do custom beats like that anymore." If you because he wanted to buy an exclusive beat from me of a beat that I had up on YouTube. That was it. And then he was like, "Can you add this? Can you like add all these sounds to it?" And I was like, "No, you take the beat how it is. I'm not gonna add anything more to it." And then he did that. He paid for the beat, and then he was like, "Yo, bro, I want you to be my main producer again." I was like, "Nah, man, you got like no." I was like, "No." And then another annoying thing he did, he would unsend all of his Instagram messages too. So I'd just be like spammed with notifications that like someone unsent their messages, and then whenever I go back to our chats, like there's nothing there from him.
You can't just like do that. You can't tell the producer what like you can't just boss them around like that. Because the producer's like the main part of the song.
Yeah, like the thing is like the producer needs the artist and the artist needs the producer for it to work.
Exactly.
Like it's
Yeah.
not like one person carries and like the other is just like there just making something. Like the artists and producers, they need each other to make music. So like you gotta like respect the artist, and if you're an artist, you gotta respect the producer.
Yeah. So how long did it take you to figure out how to like produce and mix and master songs?
Producing, well, like with producing, it's like you never like really like you're never like really like I don't know how to word this. It's like you can like keep learning, like you just keep learning every day.
Like
Like you're never gonna
you never really perfect it.
yeah, that's it. You're never like really gonna perfect your mix. You're never gonna perfect your beats. Like they're like every day. There's a way you can get better at it. So like I'm pretty like content with what I have going on now. Like with my beats and the mix I have with my beats, like it's all pretty good. But I know I can like still improve it.
Mm, interesting.
So I know everyone knows the producer Metro Boone, right? So he live streams on YouTube a lot, and he'll just make beats, and people like get to watch him while he makes the beat. Do you like plan on doing anything sort of like that in the future, like
Yeah,
interacting with your fans more?
I'll probably do more stuff like that. Like the most interaction I get with like fans is like when I post on Instagram, I try to respond to like all comments because like when people show love, I try to show love back. But like eventually, I'll probably like stream on like the household channel, or I'm in another group, GLBL. I'll probably like stream on their Twitch of like me making loops, me making beats, and then like people can come in and just chat.
Nice. Um, huh.
Okay, so where do you see yourself in a couple of years? Like, do you think that
Oh yeah, that's a
music
good
will take
question.
you a long way, or do you think like you want to manifest in something different along the way?
I'm definitely gonna like put my all into music over the next like couple of years. I think I'll be like not like a huge producer, but like when people like see like produced by Yeezo like next to the song, like they're
Yeah, they'll
gonna
be
know
like, "Oh
who I
yeah."
am. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's Yeezo, and like I'll be able to like make this my job in like 2 or 3 years, I think, because I definitely want
Yeah,
to
because
like go all the way with
you're already
music.
with Trippie, so that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, like I'm 16 and I just got a Trippie Redd placement, which is crazy. So
You're
by the
so
time
young
I'm
too.
like, yeah, I'm like pretty young for this. So like by the time I'm 20, I think I'll be able to like go off and live on my own off just doing music.
Nice.
You're younger than me, and you've already gotten like one of the biggest artists to like
Yeah,
use
it's
your
crazy.
sample.
That's a
That's
question
freaking
I forgot
cool.
what it was. I forgot what I was gonna ask.
Um, who are some like big producers that you like take inspiration from? I think you already talked about artists, but like some producers, like more
Producers,
specifically, yeah.
definitely Nick Mira and like the
Oh, Nick
guys at
Mira.
Internet Money. Like, cause like when I was learning how to like make beats when I was like younger in my beat career, like I'd always watch like the Internet Money tutorials. So like E True, KC Supreme, Side Piece, like producers like that who posted the tutorials on Internet Money. Also, Travis Barker, who the drummer for Blink 182, recently
Yeah.
he's been producing like a lot of like rock stuff for like Ian Dior, Machine Gun Kelly, like Nothing Nowhere too. So like I take a lot of inspiration from him with like the rock beats.
Oh, yeah. How'd you feel about Ian Dior's new album?
Honestly, I didn't like it that much. It was pretty,
Really?
yeah. I
I thought
like
the
pretty,
first, I thought the first couple of songs were pretty good.
yeah. I like Pretty Girls from it. That was like the one standout song for me. But like the singles were good, but like those were singles, so I don't really count them for like the
You
album.
don't
But like
like
all
Paradise is really good though. You don't like Paradise?
Paradise, no, I didn't like Paradise. Like it was good. It was one of the better songs, but I didn't like it that much.
Are there any like other albums that just released that you've been listening to?
There's no like new albums that like are recent that I've been listening to. Like the albums I've been listening to a lot recently are like Sister Cities by the Wonder Years that came out back in like 2018. The self-titled Blink 182 album. The
Yeah.
self-titled Blink 182 album I've been listening to a lot. Poor Stacy's album is the recent one that dropped like back in February, I think. And Convoke dropped a new project recently too.
Sorry,
Um,
I literally can't think of anything to say. I'm trying to look up things to say. I like burnt through all my questions like really fast.
no, you're fine.
All good, bro.
Yeah, we can just cut this part out.
How do you feel about Eternal Take was really controversial because you said a Little Uzi Vert, you produced like type beats about him. How'd you feel about Eternal Take?
Honestly, Eternal Take, I didn't like it that much either.
Oh yeah.
Like, because it was like the first few songs were just like the 2015 Uzi sound. So like that was just like a throwback to that, I guess, but it wasn't like done well. Like there was nothing that was like this song is like really, there was no like Exo Tour Life like from that
Yeah.
project. Like the last like Uzi project that I really liked a lot was Love Is Rage 1.5. That was back when like Exo Tour Life first dropped. It was like a little playlist he had, and then like that was the last project. That was like back in 2017. Like Love Is Rage 2 was like, it was good, but it wasn't like outstanding. And then Eternal
Yeah.
Take wasn't like, didn't live up to the hype. Is
I don't know. I liked it.
the Love Is Rage, not Love Is Rage, Lucy versus the World 2, like the part 2 to Eternal Take. I really like that because that was just like a compilation of like old songs that like I've been waiting for
old
to
leaks and
drop.
stuff.
Yeah, like Me and the Moon Relate, Come This Way.
Are you excited for the Trippie Redd album coming out? Obviously,
Well,
but
well, yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I used to listen to Trippie Redd a lot back in like 2017 when he first came out with like Love Scars, like his first album.
that's when I discovered him too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really liked that music back then because I started listening to him back in the Love Scars, the first Love Scars days. His new album's gonna be hella fire.
Well, you have to listen to it because your song's gonna be on there.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna listen to like the whole thing because like I think he's gonna like experiment with new sounds on it. So I'm excited for it.
Honestly, he's kind of. I don't want to be mean to him, but like his newer albums weren't that good.
Yeah,
I mean, exclamation mark was pretty good. Like personally, for me, it was pretty good. But like for me, for him, is like I feel like he's releasing way too much music at like
Yeah.
once. He's
yeah,
releasing
he drops a lot of albums.
He dropped
My
2 albums a
favorite
year.
my favorite project from him was his like first one, 11 Letter U 1. 11 Letter U 4 was pretty good too, but like everything in between, it was like,
just kind of filler.
yeah.
My favorite's the third one.
The third one was pretty good. That he has that one song with Juice WRLD, that's fire on that.
Yeah.
You really can't think of anything.
Yeah, I literally can't think of anything like.
I'm not trying to shit talk Trippie anymore too.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
So he can keep working with me.
Is there anything you want to talk about? Like anything happening in your life that you want
Yeah,
people to know?
is there anything you just want to talk about right now? Like bring up that we could just like talk about.
Actually, yeah, the thing that I'm doing next year for school is it's not really like dropping out, but like it's like if I pass this year, which I'm hoping I do, because it didn't really do good in the last quarter. If I pass this year, you can go to New York State and you could like say like I need to like leave school for a year to like help work the family and like provide for
Really?
the family. Like since I'm making money now, it's like kind of a job producing.
Yeah.
It's like I don't make like enough to like support myself, but like I make like enough to like support like like my family and help them out. So like that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna like leave school for a year and then so I'm gonna miss the junior year and then when the senior year rolls around, we're just gonna the thing is like the state's like coming around and be like, is he still like helping out, providing for the family? And then like we're just
Yeah.
gonna say yeah. So like I'm basically dropping out of school to like focus on music 100%.
You're basically
so
dropping out with extra
yeah.
steps.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, if you're not like, if that's not what if school's not really the career path you want to choose, I mean, you always want to do what you love, and you don't want to like just be stuck like you said, like something that you don't want to do. So I feel like that's actually like a pretty respectable thing that you're doing, like doing what you like and doing what you actually care about, and like it'll just be better than you just like I guess sitting in school doing nothing. I mean, you're doing something that you love, you're helping out, making art, music. I think it's a pretty cool
Yeah,
thing.
that's how I see it too. But like when I told a couple guys in household, they were like, "Man, you should like really finish high school." And I was like, "Nah, you can't convince me to do it." Like my grandma wants me to finish high school too, and it took like years to convince my parents to like let me stop going to school. Like after this Trippie placement, I got it. Now that I think they like actually see that like this is not like a hobby. It's like actually something that I'm gonna do now.
Something that you could actually do for like the rest of your life.
Yeah, so it took a long time to like prove to everybody that this is something that I can like do as a job. But now I finally did it. And so like now if I focus on music 100%, like I'm just gonna keep getting better.
That's a risky move though, because like I don't want to be like a pessimistic person or whatever, but like I know a lot of people will drop out to focus on a music career or whatever, and then it won't work
Yeah.
out for them. Finishing school is like kind of nice because you have something to fall back on just in case if that thing doesn't succeed. But
Yeah, it's definitely like risky, but like for me, like I don't want to like have a fallback option. Like music's like
yeah,
the only thing I want to do. Like if I know that I'm gonna like have a career in music because I'm gonna put in the work to get there. But like if I don't, like I'm not gonna like want to like go have a 9 to 5. Like
like
if I'm not,
hearing how successful you are, you're most likely gonna like keep going up from here.
yeah, I think like
Yeah.
I have the stuff to like back up that I can like definitely do this. Like a Trippie Redd placement at like 16. I've
Yeah, dude.
also been working with Icy Narco too, and a
Really?
couple other artists. Yeah, Icy Narco.
Can you
I
take me
have
through
a
like the whole thing,
the thing
or is
with
it like
Icy Narco.
not like much like in detail or something? Is there
Uh,
not much to it?
with Icy Narco, like it was a while ago. It was a couple months ago. He hit me up and he was like, "Yo, someone sent me your page. I really like your sound because it's like unique." Like he thought what I was doing was cool, so he'd asked me to send a pack, and then so I did. And then like a week ago, he like told me that he finished the song and he was gonna send me the mix to it when it was done, which I haven't got it yet, but
Ah.
we got some. We definitely got some stuff.
Have you ever heard of O Trap Star?
Oh, Trap Star, yeah, that sounds familiar.
He's the guy who made the song Choppa.
Choppa, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, okay. You should definitely try to hook up with him. He's not like huge, but he's definitely like a pretty big name.
Yeah, I could hit him up.
That's a pretty good convo.
Yeah,
I mean, you seem like a very motivated and driven guy. So
Yeah, I wouldn't see why this wouldn't work out. I mean, you're definitely putting in the work, definitely motivated. You definitely care about what you're doing. It's not like just some thing you're trying to do to get money. You
yeah,
genuinely care about what you're doing. It's pretty cool.
yeah. Because like I would work on music like every day. Like not a day goes by where I don't like play my guitar or like make a beat or something. So like I'm definitely like putting in the hours for it.
Nice.
I mean, we basically covered everything.
I mean, we can stretch this out to an hour long.
Yeah.
We got 20 more minutes. I'm gonna go look up some questions real quick. Is that all you want to talk about? Is there anything else you want to talk about that like you've been trying to get off your chest or something? Something that you want to let everyone know
No,
Anyone you want to shout out?
that you want to go more in depth?
shout out to all my boys in Household, all my boys in Subway Virtual, and all my boys in GLBO. Those are my 3 like collectives that I'm in.
Oh, can you take me through how you got into those collectives also? Not just household, just both,
Yeah.
just like all of them.
Subway Virtual came about when G Hughes, who's like the owner, like the founder of it, he hit me up because he saw that I was from Syracuse from my Instagram page, and he was like, "Yo, I live in Syracuse too. That's dope." And then I was like, "Yeah." So then we started talking. I was like, "Yo, you want down to work on some beats? I'll send some loops through." So I sent some loops. So then yeah, we kept working for like a month, and then like eventually he's like, "Yo, you want to join Subway Virtual? It's like this little producer group I got going." Then I was like, "Yeah." So I joined that. And with GLBL, despite a couple weeks ago, he hit me up and he was like, "Yo, I seen your page, I seen your guitar loops and all that." So he hit me up and he wanted me to work on guitar loops for Reister. Like they had a Reister acapella for like an upcoming project. So they wanted me to make the guitar loop for that. So I did. And then so I kept working with them, him and Jake Bro. They're both in GLBO. I kept working with them, and then eventually, Despite was like, "Yo, yeah, I want you to be officially on the team." So then I got added to that.
Nice.
So like, does being in more than one collective like is that okay? Is it seen as like a bad thing if you're in more than one collective, or is that normal?
For me, I see it. I think it's fun because like I don't think people are gonna like see that I'm in 3 collectives and be like, "That's weird." Because like for me, I see it like I'm in more collectives. It's like people who like my sound and like believe in me. So like having like a lot of teams to go on, it gives you like
Yeah.
more opportunities and everything, like more people, more connections.
At the end of the day, you're just trying to surround yourself with more people to like motivate you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and better
because
yourself.
I keep like I want to surround myself with people who are like going to keep motivating me, keep pushing me to do better. So like getting in groups with like people who have like more placements than me, who are like bigger than me, it'll like just motivate me to get to their position too.
Yeah, that shouldn't be frowned upon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's pretty dope. So is there anyone like you don't have to say anyone in particular, but has there been like people that have like not supported like your music, people that say you're gonna fail, like you can't make music, like you're like not gonna pursue or like get anywhere with it?
There's probably been like a few people, but like I don't really like. That's not really like notable to me. Like I don't remember because like I believe in myself all the way. So like if
Yeah,
people like tell me my music isn't good or like I'm not gonna make it, it just doesn't faze me.
See, that's
yeah,
like
just
the mentality everyone should have.
yeah,
Yeah, because like the problem with like a lot of producers and artists is like when people tell them that they're not gonna like make it. Like everyone starts out being like bad at what they do. Like it doesn't
yeah.
matter what you do, you're always gonna start out and you're not gonna be good at it. But you gotta just like put in the work for it, and then one day you'll
Exactly.
prove everybody wrong.
People are
Nice.
just like too judgmental early on into your career, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I see like a producer like hit me up to collab, he's like, "Yo, I can send you loops," and then like I get it, and I see that he's only been producing for like a couple months. Like I'm not gonna like tell him that he's shit and should quit music.
Yeah.
Like I'll try to help him out. I'll give him some tips on like his beats and stuff, his melodies.
Nice. Yeah, I just wanted to give you a quick shout out for actually being on this podcast. I know we're not really like big at all. We're just starting out. We've only had 5 episodes, but like it really means a lot that someone like you can come on here and like kind of talk to us and like kind of help us like reach out to more people. I think it's really dope that you're taking time out of your day. So I just want to thank you real quick.
Yeah, man, no problem. It's dope to be on this podcast. Because Mossy told me about it, and he was like, "Yo, my friends run a podcast, and it'd be dope if you got on it." So I was like, "Yeah, I'm down." Because it's dope to like just reach out more people, create
Yeah,
some
just kind of talk and
conversations.
stuff like that. Yeah.
At the end of the day, we're just trying to like reach out to as many people as possible. Kind of like what
Yeah,
you
that's
do.
dope.
And just like meet as many new people as possible and kind of like learn about like different types of like stuff, I guess.
Yeah, that's dope.
Kind of like stray away from everything. Just a random little question that I just came
Yeah,
up with. What was like your most favorite song to produce for? Or like what was your favorite beat that you've ever made?
my favorite song or beat. My favorite song I probably produced is the Trippie Redd one. Because like
Okay.
it's actually like from hearing the snippets, it's actually like really good.
Yeah.
But like
Like
there's a
other
couple.
than that.
Yeah, other than that, there's nothing that really like stands out to me. Where's my phone? I could look up my Instagram. Sorry, what I produced. Because probably the stuff I did with Death Kid, You Decide, the most recent song, like that was fun to make. And like we got a couple, his next song coming out, Fallout. It's gonna be on Promoting Sounds too. Like I think it's gonna be big. Me, him, and Aiden Han made it. That's
Yeah.
probably my favorite thing I've done.
So Yeezo, I just want to thank you once again for being here. It's been quite an honor to have you on the podcast. So if you want to shout out anyone, now would be the pretty good time.
Yeah, appreciate you guys having me on the podcast. Shout out to all my boys in household, all my boys in Sad Boy Virtual, all my boys in GLB out, and my boy Death Kid.
So once again, I'm your host Vincent,
I'm your co-host Tristan.
and we'll see you guys in the next episode.